Greetings, greetings. Welcome to Kiy NY007. Greetings, greetings. All right, here we go. Thanks for being here or possibly catching the replay. As you see, the question is, are curses real? And we're wrapping up this year. I have some experience, some research to go on with this live stream. Hopefully you'll find something to take from it and possibly add to it. Feel free to do that. Join in the live chat or later on at some later time, leave a comment. All right, and let's get on into it. So yes, greetings everyone. Thanks for coming through. Please don't be afraid to share your thoughts. In this type of topic, I think whether you believe in it or not doesn't make it exist or not. Totally depends. And I'll get somewhat into that. Sounds a little confusing. I'll straighten that out. I notice a lot of things that's been going on. A lot's been going on, especially in recent years, right? But with this, I wanted to talk about curses too. This will be like more of a foundation that I'm laying down, where I'm gonna turn it down a bit for a minute too. So thank you, Triple Extension, R.I.P. That's Look at Me instrumental. I figured it was fitting because it's kind of like an eeriness, but nice hip hop rap beat to it. What is a curse? A curse is believed to be possibly of possession of witchcraft. Some people call it magic put on someone. They call things dark magic or black magic, things like that. Is tend to be referenced to. And even with those terms, some people feel that it's the way we describe things that are negative, we describe them more in a black way or blackness. And some people can take it as you're talking about a whole culture of people in a sense when we're speaking negatively. So, hey, what's going on, Chaos? How you doing? Yeah, so that's what I want to get into with this. And possibly, everyone's getting ready for the new year. So we got 2024 that we're walking into. There's things that you may want to get rid of. You have to let go. So leave it behind and start fresh for the new year. I don't always look at a new year for new things. I'm always working on something new and just ways to possibly improve things in my life, but not just for me, but for others. So I'm very selfless type of person, and I'm like that in what I do. And hopefully y'all see that when I bring it here to my channel also. As you see from my new intro, hopefully y'all like that. I talk about astros, so that's to do with some astronomy and some astrology and how they tie in together. And what does all this stuff have to do with us? Community-based things, Black community, Black people, Africa, African, of African descent. What else? And sexuality. Okay. I heard someone mention yesterday, actually from the Star Report, it surprised me. He doesn't believe there's a Black community anymore. I said, okay, community is us. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to get into some of that, some things of a curse. And as you see from my thumbnail, land, do you believe land could be cursed? People, do you think people can be cursed? Houses, you think houses can be cursed? Do you think it's just one of them or all of them? So it's part of the supernatural, but I really feel like a lot of people believe in curses, but they just too scared to talk about it. I don't know why certain topics people run from. The more you run from it, the less you're going to know about it. Because honestly, if someone puts something on you and you believe it, you can't run from it. You can face it head on, or you can try to run from it. I like to take on any subject, any task head on. I like the blunt truth, and that's all I want to give here. It's just the honest truth. As we move on to, I will be able to share a little more of my own experience that possibly was near a curse or curses. Okay. Growing up. All right. So I'm still working on understanding things too before I just come and bring it up or be like, oh, well, just that, But as far as curses, I never believed that they were real. A couple of people that are of religious background told me that yes, curses are real. And I said, why would it be real if there's a higher power? If we have a God, then why would this be? It doesn't really, it's not adding up. A higher power has the most power, right? And they're like, yes. So that's what you tap into, and then you're protected. So I want to talk about some ways to, as I wrap it up a little more into the live stream, of ways that you can possibly get rid of a curse, at least some steps moving towards that direction. And things like that, which I talk about on my other videos too, which had to do with manifesting and knowing that things that you speak with the mouth can come to existence. All right. Particularly, I'm going to show some recent crimes that just happened. One just happened on Christmas. Well, just before last Christmas, which our Christmas was, well, in America, Monday, right? No, where we were, December 25th. I'm seeing patterns with people, with crimes, death, things like that. So I want to talk about some of that and see what y'all think about it. I just watched the news just yesterday, and then there was a case, and I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. And I wanted to talk about what I saw on there too. So let me back up just a bit, because that has to do with a house. It was in a part of upstate New York, and it was college students that were massacred there. Some people want to tear the house down. Other family members said, leave it. My thing is, when people want to get rid of a house, I think you feel the house is cursed now. You feel that there's a presence in there, or maybe you might be succumb to the presence if you go in that house. There's some deeper psychological reason why we as humans are doing what we're doing, but not really talking about it, not really saying why. Just because a crime occurred somewhere, why are you afraid to go there? Or why do we like candle? Why do we do certain things? A lot of this stuff comes from our ancient tribal backgrounds too, some of it. And we use it in present day, but I just feel like people aren't really just coming out and saying it. I don't know. So just a minute, and I'm gonna get right into that. Okay, just take a quick pause, and then I can put a quick little video up while I'm in my pausation. All right. All right. So I'm going to go right now to the share screen. Excuse me, getting my voice together. I was a little under the weather recently. Quick. This I have to credit Ikamel. Ikamel has a channel right here on YouTube.com. Watching from some years back, and
all right. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if you can hear me. Hopefully, you can. There's some breaking news. I was actually throughout the day reading up and listening to the story, collecting information, and on what's been going on with this missing pregnant woman out of Texas. And
I'm going to use some of his visuals, but I have my own too. He did a good breakdown right off. So there was a pregnant teen. I'm bringing this up because it was just so recent, and then her boyfriend was found shot and killed also. Which struck me, and I'm going to get more into this when I do this, because I may do a series or at least multiple probably videos on generational curses, things like that. And when it comes to mind, in all honesty, I've been thinking of Black people, and that's what's prompted me to talk about curses too. I don't know how y'all feel, whether you're Black or you're non-Black. You know, being told that in the Bible we are cursed because of the way our hair grows. Things like that have turned me off a lot with things of the Bible. I'm never going to turn my back on true religion. So what I'm doing is combing through it with a finer tooth comb, if you want to say, not for our hair naturally, but to comb through to get the right information. So that's what I really seek to do. And I'm going to get more into that too. Now, they were both found killed. Now, the stranger thing was, just a year ago, she was put in the hospital by the same boyfriend, to actually be a year later dead with him in the car. She was found in the backseat. He was in the front seat. But even when I first started hearing the story, you hear about the mother saying, yeah, he was no good. And yeah, her no good boyfriend. And then the other family. And this is how people get violent with each other and don't even really know what's going on. And, you know, your heart goes out to them and the family and unborn baby, of course. But I also want to stick with the facts. And I'm going to have some honest truth coming up, but I'll probably put them in videos, because I am going to have to come at these families. I have to, y'all. What's going on is like just raising hooligan behavior. And then when it catches up with them or some, we say these were the best kids ever. This was the best family you could have been in. Oh, praises to the, when you know you're lying. And if I see one more mama on here that can't even get a tear out, come on, y'all. Something's really going on. And it's really off. It's off-putting, offsetting. Hey. So yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. And a lot of people be like in and out, but I'm gonna do my thing. And the more I stick with it, the more I expect to see growth. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That'll, you know, it just helps confidence, it helps everything, and it affects everyone in the same way. I see it, so I already know. But thanks for coming through still. Okay. Um I'm gonna yeah, talk about that. And I'm also gonna list a disclaimer. There's some things I'm gonna get into deep with the curses. And I really hope people don't just come and take my information and then go on a bigger platforms, because I feel like I saw someone do that. And I'm hoping not, because I will respectfully call them out. Because I do respect the person, you know what I'm saying? But it would help if people don't come on our itty bitty channels and take information and then, I mean, word for word, y'all, like a day or two after I did it. And I'm just like, okay, so it is what it is. But, shout out to the people that are doing it, doing their thing. And hopefully, shout out to some of the Moors out there in GS, respectfully, like I said. So moving right along. I wanted to show this because, like I said, she ended up being killed a year later on Christmas with her boyfriend. And he seemed to be violent, but he had a lot going on in his life. And there was a lot of negativity going back and forth while they're looking for them. But also her 15-year-old brother was killed. And some things are gang, and I get it. But what's the difference between just chaos and curses? Is some of what we're seeing more of a generational curse than just crimes being committed?
Randomly browsing YouTube. Savannah in the hospital last year. There was all kinds of stuff. People saying that he was abusive and like all this stuff, which I don't know if it's true or not, right? The family of Matthew confirmed the police told them both that Matthew and Savannah Nicole, who was pregnant, were found dead inside a vehicle. In this live stream that's showing right now, I guess this is the vehicle. Okay, like I was trying to figure out what's going on.
Hear a call. We have that number for you on our website, kins5.com. Reporting live in Leon Valley tonight, Megan Reyna, KINS5.
Let me show you something else too.
But he's really Savannah. Good. I'm really not going to show much of his live stream, just because I never want to be where I'm using someone else's work, because I know I work hard. So, excuse me. If anything, I'm sharing with you some people that I've been watching. I've seen him for years and years. So it's good seeing him exceed 100,000 subscribers and everything. I mean, I've watched him maybe at least 5 years ago, probably about that. He's just grown ever since. So yeah, this is a Hispanic family in Texas. And yeah, they weren't confirming that it was them, but it is them. They did confirm that. So just wanted to put that out there too. And if anyone wants to join. And yeah, I gotta do something coming up too, and I'll put open panel too, because then sometimes people want to come up and just talk about something else too, and it could be off topic, and that's fine. Just let me get my topic out and then do it like that. All right, so yeah, so back to that. Did I show the picture so y'all can know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's all over, but I still wanted to at least do them justice. Where's the photo? Yeah, and it was unfortunate. But then it was like her brother was killed and he was so young. And then she was standing next to a picture of him. This is a grandmother. And you find that either the mom is missing or the dad is missing, sometimes both. And the grandma's raising the kids. So we're already off to an imbalance. We hope you get love and everything, but there's an imbalance in care and structure with children. And I'm seeing that a lot. It seems like that's a growing problem. Where is the, you know what? Let me just go on my own. That's what I was getting ready to do anyway. I typed their thing in here. 13. Come on. And it's sad because there's a lot of pregnant. There's been a lot of them that's been caught up.
Tonight, we're learning disturbing new details about the mysterious death. This Christian Benavides spoke to her mother about the horrifying scene.
I don't want to believe that she's gone.
Now, she's the one, she talked very vulgarly of the other boy that was killed, the boyfriend. And I want to make a statement. We got to watch what we speak with the tongue that's in our mouths. Watch what we say. You can criticize people, you can talk about them, but there's something that goes on in the heart that should let you know when it's time to let that go or share it. You can curse yourself by cursing someone else so much. It's not just foul language, it's the negative energy that you're sending to that other person. Things do 3-6, things come right back. Karma is just like the universe. Whatever you put out there, it comes right back. All right. So I wish people really, be more mindful of what you say and how you talk about the dead as well. So that was the point I wanted to make with that possible generational curse. I'm not sure. Yes, I get judgmental when it comes to youth because I can. And it's like that. Excuse me. And I'm just seeing it a lot. We're just starting to see it like way too much. All right. Let me get my background music in here. So yeah, you want to catch this later or whatever. I do want to know, your thoughts on curses. Do you believe that they do exist or not? And just more of, how you feel about it. So let me go into, the other case that I was mentioning. I'm going to pull that up right now. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. So see, now this is news to me too. I didn't even realize they started the demolition already, but it appears that they did. So this is, wait a minute. My bad. Hold on. Oh, my bad. One of the students then is from upstate New York, because I was going to say this is Idaho. That it had to do with my state, and that's what like really held close to me. But okay, so here's the house. So they're already tearing it down. So I want to know like your thoughts on this. Why do we tear down buildings where something chaotic happened, or the more brutal the murder? They're like, get rid of the place. Why do we do that? It's almost like poltergeist. It reminds me of horror movies that we've seen that y'all must really believe in, because we go to tearing things down to get rid of it. But do you think that it's still the house? The house is possessed now? What is it? So there's things like that I just want to know how the public feels more, because I feel like you believe it's a curse, because why would you be getting rid of it? If not, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. So that was that, and those were just examples. But yeah, there was 4 college students stabbed. I believe 2 of them had ended up dying, 2 or 3 actually. Then I'm going to try to find it. I was really wanting to show you guys more of what I know. If it would just come on up. And one of them was a student too. He was a professional student and everything. And then all that had happened. Yeah. So. Yeah. Man. Things move so quick when you want to go slow. You want to go slow and move. So that's a picture of them right there. So yeah, they were all killed. So some of the family are like, leave the house up, and some were like, no, take it down. So that was just an example that I wanted to share as far as houses. You think they're cursed? Is that what this is about? People, generational curses. Land, how do you feel about land? Shout out to Deacon. He's like one of the only people that are actually brave enough to even just discuss this. He was stating that he does believe that people and land can be cursed. And I thought that was interesting. And at some point, it would be good to really get his take on that. hopefully in a year coming in, people are more into less arguing on people's channels and actually coming on channels that actually can make progress with you and actually have a discussion and let everyone speak, and things like that some take for granted. That would be nice. Just saying. So next, what I'm going to do is I want to briefly talk about Suicide Forest, aka Aikagara. All right, so that's in Japan. You may have heard of it. There's been what really broke that open was Jake Paul, and he has a twin brother. They went out there and they actually saw someone hanging, and they recorded it, got in trouble and all that stuff. But it sparked my interest because I think I've heard of it before, but it really sparked my interest. So I started doing more research and digging into this area so much that where is it? Oh, here we go. So much that I wanted to know more about the place. What do they mean it's a suicide forest? They said, hey, the Japanese have a very high rate of suicide, and most of them come here to end their lives. I got to thinking after I got to digging, and I started to feel like, could it be possible that the land itself has curses in it? It's cursed land. I was looking into that because there's just so many deaths, you people. There's so much death there that I can't even get an accurate count anymore because they said they don't give out that information anymore. Now I asked why. Why is that? They said because it's encouraging more people to go and off themselves. Okay? So when I'm just giving this research and information, this is YouTube. They may put something below. So if anyone is depressed, if you're having thoughts of hurting yourself or someone, please get the help you need. Please. The last thing would be this, okay? But I feel that it's so mysterious that Japanese people are doing this so much. And they have a strict culture, and that has somewhat to do with it. Because I've noticed with Asians, if they start failing at something, it really hits them hard emotionally, and then it can affect their lives. I looked into some other thing. Well, I could just leave the picture up just as a weird. Ooh. I thought that was a spam or something. Like, what in the world? But there we go. Yeah. So, and I know people have talked about this and whatnot, but my whole thing was I just wanted to know more about the place, why, and things like that. How? And people do come just to visit because it's really an area to explore. But there's so many deaths there that they just stopped giving us the toll. They said they think that it's becoming more encouraging. The more Japanese people know that more are offing themselves, the more come to off themselves. So that's something. I'm going to do a whole piece on land, cursed land, and then I'll take it even further with this information that I'm just lightly kind of going over with you guys right now. Yeah, but just to throw it out there, the very first suicide was back in the early 1900s. And as of 2015 and later, just 2015 alone, over 24,000 people went here to end their life. What they do now is if you're a tourist and you just like to come take a walk through, they advise you bring flags with you so that you can tie them around branches of the trees. Excuse me, so that you don't get lost. I'm sipping on some good tea, by the way, in case you want to know. Yogi, trying this out, sweet. No advertising, please. Sweet tangerine, and it's supposed to help boost your mood and your energy. I'm all for that. So there's been a lot of them. So do you believe that land could be cursed? What's drawing them to this area of land? There's a bunch of other ones too that have grown with suicide being attached to it. When I come back and do things of cursed land, I'll be more specific because there's another area of land that I was looking at and it's near a waterfall. And it was strange because even the news broadcaster that talked about it, it seemed like they glorified it as a nice place to end your life. They specifically said on there, this is a really beautiful place to come and end it all. And people feel that way. So they come here and do it. I'm like, what? Like, you're almost encouraging people to do it by the way you're saying it, weirdos. So anyway, I wanted to just go there with that. We're cross-referencing cultures. I'm talking about all different races and ethnicities with this. And then I will do a piece, particularly with Black people of African descent, Africa, those things, okay? So being told, that they're cursed, we're cursed and all that. So it kind of gives a weary, airy feel. And it feels demeaning, honestly. I feel it. So yeah, that's how it feels. Do I feel cursed at all? Not at all. I feel empowered, if anything. And I'm gonna take that on the road. So yeah, so I just wondering what you guys, some of your thoughts were on that. And yeah, I have some more lives coming up too. I pretty much put them in, booked them like back to back to back. Gonna be trying out different times, different let me pause this, times and days, and seeing how that goes too with me and this algorithm that's kind of all over the place. So yeah, I'll be doing that. All right. So yeah, appreciate it, and I appreciate your input. If you catch this live later, it won't be long. No one's joined in, and we'll leave it at that. So I wanted to elaborate on some things too, because when it comes to curses, also, I meant to mention this in the beginning. I mentioned the Bible. There's different areas throughout the Bible that I've noticed that do just go over curses. So we have Exodus, mentions it 34:7, Numbers 14:18, Deuteronomy. I know y'all say Deuteronomy, but I Deuteronomy 5:9. They speak on generational curses, so it is in a good book. A lot of people go by the Bible. It also says punish children for sins of the parents. Genesis 3:17, cursed the ground because of you. So see how that goes with the ground, with the land. So all these type of things get my mind wondering, like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's really going on? Can you be cursed and not know it? And getting rid of it. So I'll talk more about that too, because I do believe that we have so much more control over what happens to us and around us than a lot of people really know. So just like you may hear bad things, or, oh, somebody did something like this, or don't be around that person because they might be known to do this or that. Not when you're working with a righteous person like myself. Not when I'm too high and above for it. You feel what I'm saying? I can't have a weak mind if I want to be a strong woman. All right. Now, our emotions get us a little weak at times, but I'm very focused and strong-minded in my insides, that spirit in there, that soul, that energy, whatever y'all want to call it, has been guiding me. And I feel that the ancestors, they come and visit me too. Okay. So I'm a force to be reckoned with. So we could put it like that. And it's great. I'm going to get into some demonology too. I was speaking with a great commentator, journalist, researcher, Troy Terrain, aka Star. When he mentioned demonology, I was kind of turned off a little bit because I was like, I don't mess with like demon type, or what you mean. Even though y'all see me talk about stuff, y'all don't see me saying, oh, look, I'm bringing the demons. Like, no, I research and learn and put it together and want to come on here and share it. But as I took a look, I said, oh, okay, they're just speaking on it, because I'm careful with what I'm reading, and speaking and doing. So, but it's interesting. and demonic possession, mental illness, and how they feel that mentally ill people are demon possessed, especially centuries ago, but some even now. So yeah, so we have those things to go over. In symbolism, do we notice signs? Are there signs of things? I want to talk about other practices too. We kind of bunch stuff up a lot, like witchcraft, voodoo, and there are differences. They have a lot of similarities, but there are differences. So I want to talk about different things that we don't hear much about, or we do, but I just want to know more of the truth behind it, in practices, and what exactly is magic? Is magic real? And just things like that nature. But those that are known to be cursed or to have a feeling of being cursed. So I'm just doing this in closing, and thanks for coming out. It's described as feeling sorrow often, being cursed. Sadness, always feeling like someone is after them or against them. Sins can carry curses. All right. So I wonder how y'all feel about some of that too. And I'll be getting into some more of my sleep wake stuff here. Am I still on the screen? All right, I think if you can still hear me in audio. All right, looks like we're all set. Okay. So I think that whether you feel like something's on you or you just need to get rid of some things before the new year, that's always something, that's always an option to maybe focus on refreshing yourself. Or you feel like someone's weighing you down, or you might feel like someone tried to put a roots on you or a curse or whatever it is. Come up out of it and come out renewed. But take notes on what you're going through. Sometimes we go through something, we like, oh, I don't want to think about it no more. I can't stand it. Use it. Don't just let people use you and things use you. You use it. All right. Because I've already given myself to be used. Okay. So, at least most of myself, a lot of myself, I want to help fulfill more of a life's purpose. And that's part of what I do. So, I just want to know some of what you guys think about that, and generational curses, things like that. And do you honestly feel that some of this does have more to do with race? Do you think it has to do with religion? Or did it just have to do with the way you live your life? Or do you feel that possibly, like I mentioned, cursed land, is it geographical? Does it depend on where you're at? So the thing I like to talk about too is preparing your body, your mind before you even go to sleep. And you can wake up feeling renewed. But the thing is, you're preparing yourself for sleep so that you may have certain dreams, or you may maneuver through there's other realms that you can go through your dreams too, and you're more in control of them, not just sitting there like you're watching a movie. You're just in it, and it's your dream. You have control to do that. So actually, from what I'm still learning and told, okay, and there's portals that once you start advancing, you can start seeing those things as well, and it could be a glorious thing. So so that's that with that part. And so I think that's about it. Anyone have any questions or anything, feel free to put in the chat now. Feel free to come back and leave it in the comment section. But this is about curses, and just wondering, is there things that you just want to get rid of, or you feel like somebody's got a hold on you, or just something you want to shake it off? It ain't right. You might not want to talk about it with a lot of people. I don't know if you want to mention it at all, but work on yourself. What I like is healing audio. You can find some of that here on YouTube. What I'm going to be doing also is working on megahertz so that I can really know the true sounds that are coming out of audios, and learning how to manipulate sounds and create them myself as well, so that you can get things out of it. Like there's all types of things, healing, better sleep, all type of good things that you can add to your life. So appreciate the time. and didn't expect a whole lot of participation anyway. But it's just crazy. You could talk about stuff that really makes no sense, but if you get people hyped up enough, I guess that's kind of what they want to. So. But yeah, I mentioned this too, just to be careful to not curse yourself. If you do believe in curses or not, we do have power in the mouth, and I think a lot of us can agree on that part, at least the power of that tongue in the mouth. All right, the power of the mind, the way you think. Because I think about people that can't speak. Like, what about them? They got a mind, right? So all these senses is going on. So yeah, that was that. Just talking about curses, how people say they feel when they have them, and possibly you want to get rid of them. I'm gonna drop my email too. So if someone has I could have put that up sooner, but if you do have something and you may be experiencing something, you can feel free to email. You can put me to the test, not just talking up here. There may be ways I can help. I see that when you seek help, you will get help. Okay. You don't have to go through stuff alone or stay in a family that encourages toxicity to where you're cursing yourselves. And that's some of the videos that I'll be getting into. We wonder why crime, we wonder why kids are doing this and adults is doing that. It's because you're living in a curse, or you're allowing it, you're creating it, or someone already might have put it on your family. And in the Bible it said third and fourth generation of curses. So break them, break free. Watch what you're saying and how you're living, because it doesn't just affect these families, y'all. It can affect us too. You meet somebody, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, let's hang out. I'll go to your house. You come to my house. Man, you got curses all over the place, dripping curse juice. But there's my too, so feel free. It's there. Question, concern, if it's about you or it could be someone else or just whatever it is, stays confidential, stays between us. And that's that. And people can always privately, email, nobody even know, or you may have something that you want to bring up privately and you want me to discuss it. So feel free. All right, I'm up for that too. All right. I like this smaller. Okay, and my face is right over the face. Okay. So I guess that's it, y'all. All right. And I'll see y'all on the flip side of things. We'll be on tomorrow at an early time. Depends on where you are in the world. And what do I have planned for tomorrow? I just did a whole bunch of things in there. Sundays are my day. So if people can start remembering, if you want to take some time out and come hang with me on Sundays, chocolate Sundays, I call them. I like to have an intimate conversation. Kind of like romance type of things, just things like that are like feel good. So I like to give tips. I talk about problems, but I want to talk about solving them too. So I'll be doing that. I may come on twice. It is New Year's Eve, so I don't know. I may pop up, get something going. I feel like dancing. So it's fun times, holidays, and everything going on. And did I already do that? Yeah. So that's it. There was just one more piece. I'm getting a little better with my little tabs and going back to stuff. I don't talk much of red pill, blue pill, but I do have something coming up that fits somewhat in that. Just talking about how you feel about women in relationships. So I have that coming up too. Got something tomorrow, something Sunday, and who knows what other time I may pop up and put something in there and go over it with y'all. Sheesh. I had to add this meme in here with the cops at the cemetery getting freaked out. It was only me. All right. Thank you. Take us on out. Triplets, let's see on. Just that young brother. He was doing his thing. Really good doing up coming up. So his music lives on. All right. So I talked about certain scriptures in the Bible. Just wondering how I feel about curses. Can you break a curse if there is a curse? So whether it's a curse or just other things, and you need to get rid of them, coming into the new year, do it and let it go. You got to let some people go too. I don't have an issue with that. I used to. Then I learned that no is an answer. The word no, I can say. And no is a complete sentence. You don't have to keep explaining why you can't be doing this and doing that, why you don't want to be engaging with this and that. Regardless of what you used to do or you was going to do what fits for you. And sometimes you got to isolate yourself and figure out what's going on around you, where you really want to need to be in life, So that's coming in for the new year, 2024 too. So I just wanted to say that too. All right. So thanks for everyone that came out. And this is Kiy NY007. And for now, I'm out. Peace. I appreciate it, y'all. Just giving some context. That's my new intro outro too. I switch it up. I just want to show natural disasters that come to New York City. And it seems like when New York is hit, New York first and the worst. And I don't know if y'all really be paying attention, but we the ones that go through it. And a lot of the rest of the country gives New Yorkers a hard time. And we always go through the hardest. And that's probably why we are the hardest. Honest. When I beg to differ, debate me. But I'm always up for debate. You will lose. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. And these are dishes that I've made, and some dishes I see, and then I add my own twist to it. Like I said, sexuality, astros, community based conversation, particularly people of color. Okay. And then here, when the towers got hit, and the second tower, looking up at it from that view, and that's supposed to be me. Flooding. This was a recent flooding, just some months back in New York, and and then me at the end, like writing, and me with my head wrap on. I don't show myself really hardly, but I have verified and everything. But I do quick glimpses and stuff because I like the mysteriousness with myself, so I like having a job with that. But showing symbolism, because that's what I'm about a lot. I like symbolism, so sometimes I throw signs of those symbols. So hopefully I catch some of them too, or maybe understand where I'm coming from and kind of feel me, And if you do, let me know. All right. But as always, I appreciate y'all. I know I'm not alone. I feel like when I tap in on here, I could feel y'all, and it feels good. So thanks. Sister be needing that sometimes. All right. Girl. And I got some pro-black little comedy thing that I put together too. It's just I'm going to talk about my feelings of pro-blackness and things like that. I'm giving some information, but I'm adding humor to it and just being me. And I'm looking at the world as it's looking at me, and just see what y'all take on that. that'll be coming up. I'll have that this weekend. We'll put out tomorrow for that. All right. So thanks again, y'all. My outro. All right. Peace.